Hello everyone, welcome back to the orchard. It is September 8th, 2020, and I wanted to make a video updating our pawpaw trees and our progress in growing them. So this is sunflower. It's our oldest, largest tree. It's the fourth year in the ground, and so it was planted in 2017, so this is its fourth summer. And what's really cool is, as you can see here, it already has some fruit buds right there in that notch along the branch. That's where they're going to grow, sort of where the leaf meets the branch. So this is a good time of year to go around and sort of look at your trees and see where the fruit buds are. Do you have apple, pear, peach, pawpaw buds in this case? And what's neat about pawpaws is they're the easiest one to tell. So this little scar here on the trunk is from when this tree in its first year was pushed over and it was laying horizontally on the ground. As you can see, it's recovered nicely from that. The snow had just built up on the poor thing, and before I noticed, it was completely crushed. But that was its first year, and it's certainly bounced back. Since then, it's grown 3 or 4 times the size it was. Just gives you kind of a scale of the leaves here. The leaves are on a pawpaw tree are really long, which makes them a great ornamental for your yard. Here's our pawpaw patch in the other part of the yard. So we have 4 trees over here. All of these were planted within the last year. This is Shenandoah, which we purchased as a large tree. It was about 4 feet tall. Now it's about 6 feet tall. So it's grown quite a bit in its first year in the ground. I wasn't sure about planting a large tree, because you hear sometimes it can be tricky, but there's been no issue with this whatsoever. What's neat too about this is it also has some fruit buds on it, which I'll show as I pan around here. And the thing about the fruit buds is even if this particular tree doesn't get fruit, it can pollinate the sunflower that I just showed a second ago. So pawpaws really need a pollinator of another variety. So as I pan around here, you can see right in the notch there, right where that Y is, there's a fruit bud. It's kind of blurry, but you can see it there, right where the leaf meets the branch, all along that particular stem. So that's where they're going to form. And so again, even if this particular tree doesn't fruit, we can use the pollen to pollinate the sunflower pawpaw. So here's Overleas, which is another one of our favorites. This was from One Green World. I just purchased it this spring and planted it, so it's its first few months in the ground. A little Allegheny tree. I got that in that same order as the Overleas. The Allegheny started a lot smaller. It was in a 4-inch pot. This is NC1, which is sort of native to our area, western New York, southern Ontario. And I got this at the same time we got the Shenandoah last year at the Pawpaw Festival. And as you can see, already has some fruit buds, which is really cool. And again, maybe it'll get a fruit, but even if it doesn't, it'll be useful for pollination, to pollinate either the Shenandoah or the sunflower. It's kind of a little blurry there. But you can see the difference between the fruit bud at the top and then that spiky bud at the bottom of the screen. That's a leaf bud. There's another fruit bud there. They're round and kind of furry, so they really do stick out. They're a lot easier than an apple tree if you're trying to find apple buds, for example. They're more obvious on a pawpaw. Here is our seedling mango tree. So it's not grafted, it's just a seedling. It was the one we transplanted into this garden along with the other flowers this spring. So it's actually been moved a couple of times over its lifetime, but it's going to stay where it is now. The other seedling, Tatu. This one's a little chlorotic for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. It has grown really well, but maybe it's just because it's late summer it started turning that color. Well, thank you for watching our pawpaw video. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, and we'll certainly keep you up to date on our developments with these pawpaw trees. Until next time, thank you for watching and happy gardening.